Alright guys, we are back with the Homebrew Power Supply head-to-head challenge, the Pedal Power 2. Okay, so I've now hooked up the Pedal Power 2 to all my pedals, and I clicked them all on. That would be the Digital Delay DD3 from Boss, a Boss Supercore CH1, DS1 Classic Pedal, the G7, my Metal Maniac from DoD, and a Chromatic Tuner. TU3, very nice pedal. Also my little loop-to-loop bypass box, and of course the RC30, which is a big power hog. As you remember from my last video, we measured a ambient decibels coming from my amp at about 44, 45, I think it was. Let me just plug in my password here. Okay. And now I have the Pedal Power 2, and I think with mine, we were getting 51 to 53, I think is what we said. Okay, now I've got everything hooked up to the Pedal Power, with the exception of the Metal Maniac. The reason being is it uses kind of a strange jack. It's a quarter, it's not your standard barrel jack, it's a 1/8 inch. I don't know why DoD did it that way, but I actually have that one going through my power supply. So, not a totally fair comparison, but we see what we do. Okay, so I'm going to shut up and let's see what we are here. Okay, so actually, let's make sure we have... Okay, we do have this thing on. So actually, that's pretty good. You remember 44, 45? This is more like 45 mostly. So actually, the isolated power supply does not. It really kind of helps with the noise. 45, 46. So you know, it drags a little bit of noise. I mean, you can expect that. By the way, I should let you know, I am using all Mogami cables here. These are all Mogami. All my interconnects are Mogami. Okay, I don't mess around. Mogami everywhere. Okay. With the exception of my power cable here, or my guitar cable, that is not Mogami. Okay. Anyway, so, but you know, I'm still pretty impressed by my power supply here. I think it's doing a fine job, and you know, I'd recommend still trying to do one of these things, and I can kind of show you a different video where I go through the details, but I mean, not so bad, right? I was not bothered by the noise. I mean, clearly the Pedal Power 2 is better, but if you ain't got the money to pay for one of these things, and you got one of these hanging around, I say go for it. Okay? Alright, stay tuned, folks. Pedal Power 2 Plus wins, but not unhappy with this one. And this one, oh, by the way, folks, can handle a hell of a lot more power than this one. These are really low power things here. If you want it to drive anything bigger, you have to get a Pedal Power Digital, which is a lot more money, and still this one makes a hell of a lot more power than this one here. So if you got those things that need power, this is the way to go, folks. Okay. I mean, I got these things fused at 2 amps here, and these inverters I have here say they can do 4, so I can do 2 amps on each pair of these jacks coming out here. Okay, so not a small bit, and that's also thanks, in fact, to this fan going on here, which helps keep this sucker nice and cool. Okay. All right. Oh, I should also mention I have this on a kilowatt, and I measured. There's my kilowatt over there. I'll just tell you, this thing, it's pretty low power. It's less than 5 watts with everything running. This thing does draw a little bit more power. I mean, it's rated for 350 watts, but when there's no load, it's not going to draw 350. It draws actually only 10. And the only reason it draws 10 is because you have to put a load to the power supply in order for it to work. So there's a 10 watt resistive load that I put inside here, and I know where it's located. It's in this corner right here, so I feel this corner getting a little bit warm. It's like not warm to touch. Like, obviously I'm not burning my hand right now, but I know it's there. I know it's there. Okay? Alright, I'm going to make another video that kind of shows some other features of this thing. Okay? Alright. Thanks a lot, guys. Here's the setup. Here's a very cool Stratocaster. 20 years old. Looks like a beaut. American. Bye.